90-day Fiancé fans have had enough of Natalie Mordovtseva, and she's done nothing to stop fans from canceling her. Natalie from Ukraine often gets compared to the likes of Angela Deem, Jasmine Pindat, and Big Ed Brown due to her unhinged behavior on the show. Natalie is the controversy queen of the franchise after all. She started her reality TV journey on Season 7, where she'd given fans a peek into her dramatic life by throwing her ring away and still coming to the US to marry Mike on a K-1 visa. Natalie is so full of herself that she thinks her attention-seeking behavior is cute and likable. It's had the opposite kind of effect on followers. Fans stopped taking an interest in Natalie's online content or her romances on the show a long time ago. Multiple seasons of The Single Life have ended with her being unable to choose between her husband and her boyfriend. Natalie has the kind of storyline that is skippable. Perhaps if more fans let Natalie know they are no longer interested in watching her doomed romances, she might just take a bow on her own. Natalie is back to making headlines in September 2024. This time, it's because of Natalie having finally found an acting role in America. Natalie did have enough experience in the past as an actor and model. She was confident that she would make it big in Hollywood. Natalie ended her marriage with Mike just a few months after their April 2024 wedding because she'd had enough of the small-town sequem. Natalie only ever thought about herself. She never loved Mike. She did use him to come to America. Natalie chose her career over a happy married life. She moved to Florida first and later to California. Natalie went to live in California a couple of years ago, but it's only now that she's got her big break. She also announced the news very nonchalantly on her Instagram stories by posting a picture of her with a fellow actress caption, "Acting Life," and a different photograph of her holding a copy of a screenplay of Spike Heels by Teresa Rebeck as the stage for the production was being set up in the background. Natalie's sole intention here was to let fans see what project she was working on. According to Concord Theatricals, the play is a comedy of manners. It is set in Boston and explores sexual harassment, misplaced amour, and the possibility of a four-sided love triangle. Natalie herself is in a four-sided love triangle of her own, with her still wanting to go back to Mike while having a boyfriend, Josh, on the side, and with Mike already dating and wanting to marry his new girlfriend, Sarah. Natalie's own life story reads out like a comedy. When fans uncovered what kind of work Natalie did in the past before meeting Mike, it was revealed that Natalie acted in some TV movies that were based on themes of crime, especially murder. One of Natalie's projects had her playing a woman who would kill her own husband. Natalie knew that her past work would create controversy, so instead, she started telling fans that she was the star of 10 movies in Ukraine. When Natalie's desire to make it big in Hollywood with that kind of resume made Mike's mother Trish giggle, Natalie had a shocking response to her. Natalie is one of the most arrogant cast members the franchise has ever seen. Canceling her wouldn't even make a difference because no fans are interested in wanting her back on the screen. However, canceling Natalie would also burst her bubble about her calling herself a goddess who everyone had to bow to. Natalie needs to look in the mirror and not see a big Hollywood celeb in the making, but a woman who's broken several hearts when all they wanted was the best for her. Nothing's worked out for Natalie, from her relationships to her career. For a reason, Natalie has never given her relationships any importance. She has always expected her partners to do as she wishes. Natalie also can't focus on what she wants in life. She started off her franchise journey wanting a baby, but midway through she wanted to become a movie star. Natalie's 4 failed marriages so far prove she is the ultimate train wreck. Canceling Natalie would help her take a break from the pressure to be perfect. She could take the time to figure out why her marriages, or even her relationship with Josh, never worked out despite several attempts. Natalie has done plenty of things in her reality TV past that should have gotten her canceled. She once cooked sushi for her YouTube cooking channel wearing a Chinese traditional costume. She was so obsessed with looking perfect on social media that she edited her face and body so terribly She made it on a list of the worst influencer Photoshop fails because, while attempting to make her bust bigger, Natalie had made her head smaller. It made her look like Harry the Hunter, the shrunken head man in Beetlejuice. Natalie never learned from her mistake. Natalie has shamelessly continued to edit her photos and use filters that make her look like a Hollywood star. Natalie even promotes beauty treatments on her Instagram with filters on. Natalie's hugged trees on the show as well as promoted controversial businesses on social media. Natalie only does things that she knows will get her money. She has no business coming back to 90-Day Fiancé year after year when she doesn't have a relationship. A more deserving cast member could have benefited from being cast in 90-Day, the Last Resort Season 2, instead of Natalie. Most fans might have not noticed that Natalie has also updated her career choice in her bio on Instagram. Natalie now writes, advertising and media brand marketing strategy. Natalie thinks she is a social media expert because she managed to get over 349,000 followers on Instagram. Natalie's followers are not a result of her outstanding content, but because of her wild antics on the show, and because she's attractive. Not a lot of Natalie's followers compliment her in the comments. They follow her to laugh at her latest antics and to remind her of her past mistakes. Even if she's nearing 40, Natalie's social media content has just gone from bad to worse. If her using excessive filters was a problem, Natalie is now doing TikTok trends to dance. Natalie is even ignoring her fans' suggestions about her content when they are giving her advice that would stop her from getting cancelled. Happy Dog 1805 commented, Natalie, are you getting a second opinion before you post these videos? Maybe you should, dear, but, the very professional advertising expert, Natalie will never let a fan decide her content strategy for her.